Hi, my name is Michael Atias. As an operator of a restaurant just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, that does a third of its business in catering, and as a speaker that travels around the country speaking to restaurant owners and caterers just like you, I'm going to share with you some high return, low cost strategies and techniques for booking more catering business. Catering is important to your business because it's the only tool at your disposal that actually pays you to market your restaurant or catering operation. Think about it. You go out and do a party for 100 people on Saturday night, you've got 40, 50, 60 people who've never heard of you before. Those are the same people that come back months later and book with you. It's a great marketing strategy. The beauty of catering is that you're dealing in a high unit of sale. Because a catering customer could be worth $10,000, $20,000 over their lifetime, you can afford to invest a lot more of your advertising and marketing dollars to acquire a customer. In fact, you can even have a sales force proactively seeking customers. Unfortunately, in the restaurant business, when you're dealing in a $10, $20 unit of sale on average, you can't afford to do that. Because of the high unit of sale, you can afford to spend more to market and advertise to get a catering customer. That gives you an unfair advantage in the marketplace. So the question is, how much can you afford to spend to get a good catering customer? A lot of people ask me, where do you start marketing catering? I tell them to look inside. Look inside your four walls. Your restaurant is a perfect marketing zone. From banners on the outside of your building to table tents inside. I love putting catering menus and brochures at the hostess stand and putting signage for customers to see on their way out. As a caterer, you might not own a restaurant where customers visit every day, but you still have internal tools to work to your advantage. The first is the phone. Every great caterer should have a message on hold that educates customers to specials and events. Business cards are my favorite. Why are business cards only printed on one side? Use the back side to advertise menus and specials. A lot of restaurant owners and caterers believe that their building, equipment, or even trucks are the most valuable asset they own, but I'm here to tell you that your customer list, or database, is your most precious asset. Because your customers know you, trust you, believe in you, they're the most receptive to buying again and again and again. By cultivating that database and communicating with your customers on a regular basis via postcards, letters, newsletters, you have the ability to increase sales upon demand. You send out a postcard, you can spike your sales by letting people know that they need to book now for that holiday party. Or you can get them in on picnic planning. A database is just vital. If you don't have one, you need to start one today. Many caterers and restaurant owners I come across love to use mass media to get the word out about their catering business. The challenge with radio, TV, newspaper is you're paying to hit a lot of people that you don't need to hit. With direct marketing, you can target your perfect prospect for pennies and save that money. One of my favorite direct mail strategies is called farming your target market. Just like if you have a realtor that sends you a postcard every month, they're sending everyone in your neighborhood a postcard letting them know that the next house that you buy or sell should be with them. Well, you need to pick a perfect farm or a target market for your catering business. There are two things to consider. First of all, geography. How far are you willing to travel? Do you only want to cater in your neighborhood? Will you cater in your city? Or will you travel 2 hours for a big enough event? A good list broker can help you get a list of businesses or prospects that fit that target. When working with the list broker, you also want to let them know the demographic profile of the catering prospect you're targeting. A lot of caterers go for business-to-business catering. So you're going to want the decision makers at companies, let's say with 20 or more employees, and you want to target them month after month with different offers and mailings so you stay top of mind when they're ready to make a catering decision. You're the natural choice. If your focus is on individual events versus corporate events, you'll have a little bit more of a challenge finding a mailing list, but you can still use target marketing to your advantage. For instance, if you like to do social catering, it's a great idea to advertise with the junior league or with a social publication in your town. If you're going after weddings or bar mitzvahs or any other kind of function, network with churches and synagogues and look in the Sunday paper to see who got engaged and create your own list. By using niche marketing to promote your catering, you have an unfair advantage in the marketplace. Most of your competitors are using general advertising like use us for your next event, we cater. But by focusing on specific catering niches, you can come across as a specialist. Let me give you a couple of examples. My favorite story is how we got into catering for major retail stores the day after Thanksgiving. We discovered that a lot of these retail stores are bringing in lunch for their employees because it's such a busy shopping day and they don't want their employees fighting mall traffic or being away from their store. So they used us to cater in lunch for their crew. We found that a low investment, we spent $45 our first year, we brought in $6,000 in catering business. I've shared this story with other operators around the country, and they brought in as much as $15,000, $16,000 worth of business in a single day, focusing on retail stores. Let me tell you about another niche you probably never knew existed. It's called Hospital Week. All across America, hospitals celebrate nurses and doctors, and many of them bring in lunch for their staff. Well, we sent out an interesting little mail piece. We took a regular manila envelope and we put x-ray film, do not bend, on the outside. That ensured that the HR director at the hospital had to open it because obviously it's a hospital and has to do with health care. When they opened it up, it was a transparency that had a black background and clear type, and it looked just like an x-ray. We spent $20 on that promotion and booked over $17,000 worth of business. That is the power of target marketing. Another lucrative niche for restaurateurs and caterers alike is pharmaceutical reps. These reps go into doctors' offices armed with lunch in one hand and education in the other. This is a perfect opportunity for you to tap into this group. Here's an example of a mailing piece we sent out to pharmaceutical reps in our town. We took a cough syrup bottle, like you'd find at your drugstore. We inserted a note in the bottle that was made to look like a prescription pad, and on the outside of the bottle it said, "Are your docs sick of the same lunch?" Prescription inside. The impact is great when you can stand out through the regular stack of number 10 envelopes and flat postcards. Let me give you 3 examples of what I term win-win marketing to get people to refer you catering business. The first is hotels that don't offer food service. They might have meetings, but they need a caterer to bring in the lunch. So make a list of those hotels in your trade area and go after establishing a relationship so they refer you as a caterer of choice. You might decide that you're going to go approach halls or mansions or places in your community that host weddings but don't have caterers. There's another great opportunity for you. And one area that's often overlooked is picnic facilities. Be it a public park or a camp that rents their facility out on the weekends, that's a great place to get picnic business. In fact, we partnered up with the day camp and did a picnic open house and invited decision makers from companies all through Nashville to come out for a day of food and fun to experience what their employees would experience. We ended up booking $20,000 worth of catering on the spot. Win-win marketing is a way to build your sales without having to put in a lot of effort. Trade shows are a great technique to hit a lot of prospects in one place at one time. Be it a business expo your chamber puts on or a local bridal show, where else can you see so many prospects ready to buy your catering services? We love to sample food at these shows because one taste and we've got them sold. We also distribute menus and capture names for our database. We found that the friends and contacts that we make at these shows end up doing business with us months into the future. You've got to have trade shows as part of your marketing mix to grow your catering business. I'd like to thank y'all for allowing me to share with you why catering is so important. We've discussed a lot of really high-impact, low-cost marketing techniques, from using internal marketing in your 4 walls and using your phone and business cards. We talked about direct mail and using it not only through target marketing and niche marketing, but we talked about some non-traditional types of marketing through trade shows and through win-win relationships. You've been given a lot of things to think about today. If you need some more information, please go to www.ezrestaurantmarketing.com, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event.